opportunity and good chance to increase that depth. With those defensive backs, it's definitely a position that you're always adding, always reloading, and hopefully Utah State doesn't get into the trap where, like in past, they've had 2, 3, 4 guys graduate the same year, and then they're trying to reload again with junior college guys. If it's one junior college guy per year, or one junior college every couple years, then that's a better recipe for success, in my opinion. So that's what they did this year. They only needed to take one. Alfred Edwards may end up being the one of the stars of the class to win a Mountain West championship. You've got to put together a full class, so you can't just say, "Oh yeah, they got these 2 great recruits," But he's one of those that really should be able to prove, prove worth the 3-star ranking and kind of he got quite a few offers. He's 6'7", 275, 280, and he's gonna have a chance to play early as well. If nothing else, he's going to play behind either a junior or senior at tackle. It looks like, unless something changes, obviously. And so he has a chance to come along and have a chance to play potentially. So he's really long. He's a guy that has like an 83-inch wingspan, which would be one of the longer wingspans, longer than most of the wingspans of tackles that are graduating this year, guys that are going to the Senior Bowl, that kind of thing. And so with that type of reach, with that type of length, if he can get the technique, if he can get the strength that he needs, he's gonna have a chance to be a really good player. And I'll talk about the other junior college guy, El Toro Allen. He's a running back. 5'10", 195. Sounds like he's got the potential to be that home run threat, be a guy that can contribute in different ways, come in and play, if nothing else, on special teams and different things. I think he's looking to come in and help that group and be another weapon in the Aggie offense. So he went to Riverside Junior College. That's a school that's been pretty good to the Aggies in the past. So he's a guy that Matt Wells said it himself. He's a guy that instead of them offering a high school guy, which I think most of you listening probably know a couple of guys that could have been options, they decided to go the JC route and bring in El Toro. So that's the guy that'll add to that running back group and compete. So the best in-state recruit this year, Carson Terrell. He's a tight end. He's got great size and speed and strength already. He's a guy that really works his butt off in the weight room. He's not one of these rail thin 6'5" guys that played wide receiver. He's a guy that's busted his butt. He's 230, 235, probably be 240 when he comes in to camp this summer. And he's a guy that can come in and play right away along with Dax Raymond. Those two guys on the field at the same time is really exciting. I know have two tight ends that can catch, that can block, that have good size and good ball skills. It would be a huge weapon, not only in the pass game but the run game as well. When a defense has to cover tight ends and everything, it just helps an offense immensely. So Savon Scarver, he's a wide receiver from Nevada, played at the same school, Centennial High School, as Jamal Evans. And if you watch the highlight film, uh, Jamal's chucking it to Savon, routinely. Anytime he's kind of under pressure or anything, he's going to throw it up to Scarver. What I'm impressed with him, just my analysis personally, is he's got speed to run by guys. He's catching the bombs that he just outruns the guy, but he's also catching those passes that he's just jumping over somebody. It's a contested pass. He's catching some short passes, making a guy miss, taking it down the field for a good yardage. And so, Centennial High School is playing pretty good competition in Nevada, and those two guys, Jamal Evans and Savon Scarver, actually really turned out to be great players when Centennial High School has been coming to the Utah State football camp for a long time, for at least 3 or 4 years, and is kind of I kind of thought as a school, well, maybe they've got a little bit of talent, but I thought it was maybe just one of those many schools in Las Vegas, and it actually turns into 2 signees this year. So that's kind of a cool story. Jamal Evans has been he's been committed since camp. He literally committed this summer, as well as Henry Colombi. Maybe I'll talk about Henry Colombi before I get too far into this. So Colombi is really the guy that's highly recruited out of South Florida. So he got a ton of offers. And let me just explain something as well, because people seems like they always ask me about, well, you said, Matt Wells always says, schools came in and they offered and they tried to flip guys and they did this and that, and they'll say, well, who offered them, and why isn't that on their scout profile and different things like that. So I'll give you an example. A long time ago, Utah went to Henry Colombi and said, hey, if you're interested, if you want, we want to offer you, but you're committed to Utah State. Are you interested? But type of thing. They were kind of feeling their way around, see if they wanted to offer him, or not see if they wanted to offer him because they wanted to offer him, see if he would be even considering that, if it's worth their time. And the Colombians, both Henry Sr., Henry Jr., said, no, we're good. We're happy. We don't want to consider that. We don't want to look around. We don't want your Utah offer. Sorry. And so that happens a lot. Obviously, early in the recruiting period, and then towards the end of the recruiting cycle, if a guy commits, just like Utah State did with Alfred Edwards, he may be committed to Nevada, but they're going to keep recruiting him and say, hey, come on a visit, check it out, see what you think, and then you can make your decision. And Alfred Edwards came on his visit. He visited Utah State, fell in love with it. He loved it. Visit went well. He decided to commit to Utah State, sign with Utah State over Nevada, and he had offers from every other Mountain West school. So that happens as well. That's kind of the between period. And then at the end, a guy like Devon Anderson, he got a lot of calls, a lot of messages from coaches saying, hey, if you don't sign on Wednesday, we want you to come visit Texas State. Hey, if you don't sign on signing day, we want you to come check out Appalachian State, or whatever the case may be, name that school. And so that happens a lot. Last second, there's in-state guys, Bapa Falamaka. Last year, he's from Judge Memorial. He's been to Utah. He's got family at University of Utah. So they came in late, literally signing day, right before he signed his letter of intent with Utah State. He may have even signed his letter of intent with Utah State, just didn't fax it in. They came in and said, oh, never mind. We do have a scholarship offer for you. It's not a preferred walk-on. It's actually an offer. It ended up being a push-forward offer. So basically, he was on scholarship starting in August, and practiced with the team last year, redshirted, and is officially, he basically counts on this year's signee list, and that's why they didn't really have the full 25 signees on this year's signing class, because he and Blackman and another guy counted as a push forward recruit. So that happens a lot. That's and all of the above happened probably to some of the guys, and different guys had different pressure, different recruiting processes. Louis Compton's another guy. He definitely got a lot of pressure late trying to get him to visit. Utah tried to get him to visit, and different teams offered. He's a guy that probably would have had a lot more offers. To be honest, with I guess some of the concern with Louis was that they may have a little bit of an issue with his grades, with his school finishing up. So we'll keep an eye on that. That may be something that spills into the summer. If he's got to take a summer class to graduate or something like that, that's possible. That very well could happen. But Louis, another guy, he's almost like this. The 2 years that Matahola is going to be gone, he's going to be that guy that is really good at pressuring the quarterback. He's really good at getting off blocks. He's really tough to block for those offensive linemen because he's so quick. Right now he's 220, 225. He's not big enough to play right now. But he's a guy that works his butt off, and he's a guy that's really strong. So he's a guy that's going to get stronger. He's going to get better. He's going to put on more weight. So it's just a matter of time on him. Okay, and so Louis Compton, a guy that I guess we can all cross our fingers and hope, just with 90% of junior college guys, if you ever watched Last Chance U, most junior college guys are kind of cutting it close, kind of on the edge of being, maybe I shouldn't say 90%, but pretty high percentage, maybe 90% that don't go to certain big time programs. I don't know, but obviously there's a lot of guys that are easy, really qualify easily, and then there's guys that are really good and get qualified and that get big time offers, and then there's kind of those in between guys that either are having a hard time or aren't as good, obviously. So anyway, so he's going to be an outside linebacker, Louis Compton, one of the most exciting guys in the class, in my opinion. He's a JC All-American. He's a guy that put up great stats in junior college ranks. So another defensive lineman, Nami Tuitu, from Mesa High School. He's a big kid, and they stuck him at linebacker a lot. He's 6'2", 6'3", 270 at least. He was running around at linebacker at times, kind of dropping into coverage, playing all over the place because he could play. He's a guy that can. He's got good speed. He can hit like a ton of bricks, and kind of like Kyler Fackrell, just played all over the field and did whatever the team needed him to do. And he can come in. He's not a 3-star guy or ranked guy. I really had a lot of offers, but I really think he could be a guy that can come in and contribute right away. He's a guy that hopefully from today until signing day is going to be a guy that busts his butt